So we are live. Welcome back to the video. And this is actually going to be the second video I've uploaded. There he is. Right on
You
time.
said 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he jumped on. Caleb's not going to be here, so I was like, might as well just have everyone on real fast.
Well,
my cat.
I will be back. I have to tell them that I'm walking away. I was in a chat.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna talk. Well, let me see if I can pull this. I'm not gonna be able to pull it up on my computer, but I can pull it up on my phone. All right, so um, Cyberpunk, The Mandalorian, and then the prequel on Star Wars. That's what we're gonna hit on.
We're talking about the prequels.
No, we're gonna talk about The Mandalorian, yeah, and then how we feel about the prequels. Now,
Uh,
granted, we are in that age that we grew up with the prequels. We didn't grow up with the
yeah.
originals, so I'm gonna have to, that's just something. Uh,
I I feel like I probably now have a very controversial opinion on
well,
prequel.
see, I've seen them all. All right, I
I,
like
do.
I like the original three, and Empire is still one of those. It's like I love Empire. Like I can sit through Empire, no
Mhm.
questions about it, and that's not an issue. But also, I like the sequel series. I do. I like 1, 2, and 3. Now I hate
Right.
Jar Jar. I'm right there with everybody
Uh,
else. I hate Jar Jar Binks.
a lot of people dislike Jar Jar. I dislike Jar Jar.
I hate Jar Jar Binks. I think the entire series would have been, or the first movie would be 10 times better without Jar Jar, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. The first movie does have a lot more problems than just Jar Jar, but we'll get into that.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
we'll
yeah. But,
yeah, we'll get
Tyler, welcome back to the video.
Hello.
Wow, you're
I was
loud.
telling a story
I'm going
because
to do this.
I
Hey,
was
talk.
telling us. Okay.
Just, just,
I
just.
was I was telling a story because a character in League that we all the lore people meme about because they haven't given him lore in like 5 years finally got lore in
Who
the
got
last
lore?
like week. Gragas.
Oh.
They finally gave Gragas actual fucking lore.
Alright. That's cool. I'll have to
A-
look into that.
a-
I
And all
try to
they
keep up with them. I don't keep up with them as much as I should, but I try.
uh, basically the long story short is they gave him a short story that basically after a guy tries to jip him on this pricey ale that he keeps ordering, he eventually gets into a bar fight with everybody in the room and is the only person out of everybody in the room to tip the bartender.
What's that song?
Hey bartender?
Hey Bartender. That's right. By the
I
way, I am so sorry. I'm trying to figure out my. I haven't streamed yet either. Since moving my setup, I'm trying to wait before streaming because really, only thing that I can stream is Minecraft, Among Us, and my friends don't play with me, and SimCity. Like that's it. Like, it's kind of the only thing I can stream. I kind of don't want to stream. Um,
uh, what game is it? It's City Skylines, in my opinion, is better.
oh
That's
yeah, I've got Skylight on my PlayStation, but there's just a nostalgic factor with SimCity 4.
that's fair. That's fair.
That's why I bought it.
Yeah, that
Um, and I want Terraria. I just don't have an extra $10 right now to buy it. And I also thought about playing Star Wars: The Old Republic because I'm pretty sure my PC can run it. Because I know I can run World of Warcraft. I know I can run League with no issues, and I know if I can run League and World of Warcraft, I can run Old Republic, no problem.
Elite doesn't doesn't take up
Yeah, but
much
it's
power.
also, if you think about it, it's one of those games that is it looks good. So if you can run it with not touching any settings, you should be able to run most games. Like I can't run Cyberpunk, I can't run Apex. I can barely run Fortnite, but I hate Fortnite. Like I played Fortnite the other night and I hate it. Like I hate it with a
Yeah,
firing passion.
I've played it a few times. What are you doing? My
Like I
cat.
was going to completely be okay with playing Fortnite again because of the Marvel characters on there.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't mind playing as Wolverine. I wouldn't mind playing as Daredevil. Um, but I just Fortnite is not my cup of tea. Give
Right.
me Apex. I can play Apex all day. I mean, I'm not good at
What
Apex. I die at Apex quite frequently.
Yeah.
what are
Jeremy
your
can tell
thoughts
you.
on what are your thoughts on Elektra being the new Daredevil?
I don't know because Caleb gets that series, and the shop has not got that book yet, so I don't know. I was gonna let Caleb read it, and then I was gonna read the issue. I don't see a
I
problem with it. It kind
yeah.
of naturally she would become Daredevil. I feel like I'm popping.
I don't hear you popping.
That's
You'd have
fine.
to talk more for me to be able to tell you if you are.
Um, but I honestly feel like just in a storytelling aspect, Elektra becoming Daredevil, it kind of
Yeah.
I can see that happening more than I can Moon Knight,
It
more
would
than I
that she
can.
would take the mantle at least for a little while. I
Yeah.
mean,
Um,
I
I
feel like
don't
she's
mind
done
it.
it all
No,
before.
this is the first time Elektra Nachios has ever been Daredevil. She has
Weird.
always been Elektra. She's either been Elektra or she has been the leader of the Hand. It's one of those
Right.
things. Daredevil is one of those characters that is always Matthew Murdock.
Right.
Always. He has never been anyone else. No one else has ever portrayed him. I think except for like 2099 because Matthew would be
Yeah.
dead by
That
then.
yeah. That's a little bit different.
Y-
Like everybody in
Right.
2090 is a completely different person because it's
No, there's
Except
one.
I was gonna say except for I think it's Miles isn't.
Well, Miles
maybe
is a new character. He doesn't count. He would still be
yeah.
alive in 2099, I think. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't be alive in
He
2099.
You should.
if I
I'm like
remember correctly, they just kind of like what was it? Was it 2099 or was it like or do they do a different series that's still future?
Oh, you're talking about Spider-Man Life Story.
No, it's well, I don't think so. It was part of like a 20 something something series
Yeah, Spider-Man Life
where
Story. It was going through. I think it started in the 40s, 50s.
no,
oh, I
No.
think I know.
then
I
that wouldn't be
think I know
it.
what you're talking about. I don't know if that's what
Oh well,
Tyler's
then
talking
I don't know. I don't follow
about.
Miles. I'll be honest. Miles is one of those characters that I'm just now getting into, and I still don't know how I feel about
Yeah,
him.
I,
Like
I
he's
like Miles.
look,
I think
I'm not gonna lie, like he's awesome, but I do not want him in every media I have. Like he's not
uh,
my Spider-Man, but I can also agree that he is there. I'm okay
yeah,
with him being there. I'm okay
I
with
don't know.
him helping out.
I don't know. I enjoy Miles, and I enjoy Miles going on his own adventures and being his own Spider-Man.
And that's what I
Um,
want. I
Uh,
want him to be his
I'd like
own.
more of him.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
Kane. Like I'm okay with Kane. I'm okay that Kane is a complete replica of Peter Parker. I'm completely okay with that. Kane is not in New York. Kane is in San Francisco.
Kane.
Kane stays in California. He does not come to New York
Yep.
unless something
I don't
major.
remember who the hell Kane is.
Kane
he's the
came.
other clone.
Yeah, Kane came
I didn't
from
know this was. I only
the
knew it was
clone
in
Well,
conspiracy.
so okay,
Go for it.
leveling the field. Effectively, Kane is the third Spider-Man because he
Mm-hmm.
was the second successful clone.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
The
But then,
first one being Ben Riley.
Yep.
yeah, I remember Ben Riley. I don't remember Kane.
Yep,
Um.
both exist. Ben Riley lived, got killed off at some point.
Yeah.
Kane was the other successful clone. He shows up and he goes, "Oh shit, one of my other clones was a good guy. I've been a dick to Spider-Man. I guess, you know what? Why don't I take the place of the old clone that fucking died?"
Mm-hmm. And then he's got like a bone
Oh,
spear
like a
that comes out of he either can come
I don't
here
know
or he can
about
come
that.
here.
That's kind of weird.
No, I love it.
Yeah. Basically, he's the Ben Riley Scarlet Spider
Yeah.
of the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
He's
Like his
awesome. Like I
comics are a
said,
little rougher.
they're a lot
That's fair.
rougher. But I don't want Miles in all my media. Like I'm okay with him being in the game because I knew he was gonna be in the game. I knew eventually
Right.
he was gonna have
Like
DLC.
hell, he's had a silver screen appearance. He's had a game. He's in the comics. There's not very many other media
I
outlets.
don't
that
want
he-
him in the new movie. I know they're probably going to end up putting him in the new movie, and I would
Do
be
you,
completely
do you mean in the MCU?
yeah. I don't want him in the MCU. I
I,
want.
I I
do.
think it's too early for him to be in the MCU if they're
I don't
going
know.
to do
They've
that.
already teased him.
So,
Make-
well, so you have to remember though, this next movie is dealing with the fucking multiverse bullshit.
Is it, or is it
Fair.
just a reason for Sony and Marvel to go? Let's make some money and bring out some people we haven't seen in
Ma-
a minute.
Yeah,
Both?
maybe.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of both. But
Let's be honest, it's
you
both.
also have to remember though that that Disney got a hold of Fox, meaning that they have all the mutants again, and they did come in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, I know Marvel's got a bunch of their roster now, and I can't wait for
Yeah.
Civil War 2, honestly. I feel like Civil War 2 is going to be the proper representation of the original story, Civil War. But it's going to be the second one. It's going to be Sam Wilson as Cap. You're going to have Bucky in it, and you're going to have an Iron Man. Like, I honestly feel like they're.
Okay. Did you guys hear about like the Disney like stockholder like movie announcements?
I did
Yeah,
not.
So
I have that. I have that as a picture. Give me a second. I'll pull it up, and we can.
um
I can name off all of them.
okay, so I'm going back towards the Miles thing. I'd be totally cool if Miles got introduced during this multiverse of madness, which is what the next Doctor
Yeah.
Strange is, which is what the next Spider-Man is going to be leading into.
I'll
leading
name
out
them, but
from.
that's all of them. Those are all
I
100%
I can't
confirmed.
see that.
I know. I'll read it for you, but I'm gonna let you count them. Like,
But anyway, like let me just get through this. So I'm cool with them introducing Miles when they do this multiverse of madness thing and do it kind of like a hint, like in the future Peter will be replaced by this because Tom
Okay.
Holland can't do it forever.
no, but he's young enough that he can do it
But
for a while.
yes, he can do it for a while, and I'm pretty sure he will gladly do it
yeah.
for a while.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when they have to inevitably say who's the next Spider-Man, let's be honest, they better get a good cast for Miles. But that being said, whereas I love Miles, the other side of the like Marvel trying to be more inclusive has been announced, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Okay, before you get to that, let me name off these official titles, and then I'll name what's on Disney Plus and what's not. Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings movie.
Totally ready for that.
I am too.
Remember in that.
Yeah.
I've never. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. Fantastic Four and the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sorry, I was not reading what I was looking at. Falcon and the Winter
Falcon and
Soldier,
Winter Soldier,
Disney
will
Plus
be
series.
Disney Plus.
Blade movie,
Yes.
Spider-Man 3, which does not have a official title, but it's also a movie. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness movies. The Internals. Yeah, I read that right. Internals movie.
The Eternals. I think.
No, actually, they dropped the. It's Eternals. That's it. So-
Okay. Well, you were saying internals.
Oh.
Internals.
Eternals. Eternals.
Yeah.
All right. Loki, Disney Plus series. WandaVision.
Forward to that.
I am
I'm
too.
I'm
WandaVision.
looking forward to both those.
Oh yeah,
WandaVision.
out.
I am too. What If, which I am looking more toward What If than anything because we're gonna get zombies.
Same.
And I love zombies.
I'm
Yeah.
mixed. I'm always mixed feeling with the zombies, but I am
Mm.
looking forward to the what
Yeah.
ifs.
All right. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I think I read that right.
I guess this guy wasn't very human anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. By the way, Cora's in the background, Tyler.
Yeah.
Captain
Oh,
Marvel
that's
2.
He's actually playing Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Secret Invasions. The Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I don't like that. I
don't know.
mean, it's
I'm
gonna
very-
be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just-
weird.
I don't
is
want a
really
holiday special like they do with Star Wars. Like, I don't want that to be a regular thing.
Well, okay.
If I recall, James Gunn is back on it. So
I mean, I'm okay with that. Like I
Yeah.
said, this one thing, great. We'll have a holiday movie during the, a Marvel movie during the holidays. Great. I'm all for that. I just don't want it to be an every year thing. Like I don't want a 1, I don't want
Yeah,
a 2, I
that's
don't want a
fair.
3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Black Widow, which should have already been out, but Black Widow, Ironheart.
Oh, God.
I'm okay with that. Like that's the proper next step.
Yeah, but like the problem is that if I remember correctly, Ironheart was not really well received by comic
No,
book.
she
No, she
and
was
it was
hated.
she was hated.
She was absolutely hated.
Yeah, she
Miles was
was.
considered a success of them doing
Mhm.
what they were doing, and she was considered a failure of what they were doing.
100% failure. Fantastic
I,
Four,
yeah.
Armor Wars, which is gonna be a Disney Plus series. I think. I don't think it's gonna be a movie.
Interesting.
I'm not sure on that.
It's gonna be Rhodey doing
Yeah,
things.
I Am
Gotcha.
Groot, which is gonna be a Disney Plus thing, and it's supposed to be like an animated thing, and then Black Panther
Oh, thank
2.
you.
That's all that is confirmed on the Marvel
I'm
side.
very much looking forward to Black Panther too, and I'm very curious as to how they're going to accomplish that.
Well,
I
they've already
really hope
said,
they go with the sister.
yeah, no, they've already said that they're going with Shuri.
Okay.
They are going to write
Well,
him out, but I don't know
no,
how.
well, so okay. From my understanding, I don't recall them ever confirming they were going with her, but they did say they were not going to recast Boseman.
Yeah.
They weren't going to recast the character of T'Challa.
Well, I mean, the Shuri would be the best step. I don't want them.
It would, but I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
either.
I don't know. I'm
We
curious
don't know what they're
how
doing.
they do it. I hope that they do a good job
I
of
mean,
it.
I'm sure they will. Writing him off is going to be interesting.
Yeah, but it's
Because with
one of
Paul
those
Walker, you had a whole
gotta do-
movie to
you gotta
do it
do it
with,
really good. You would have to do a really good job of writing them off because like
and it's going to be a 30
I,
minute discussion. Like it's going to be 30 minutes in the entire movie. It's going to be a good 30-20 minute discussion in the movie of him like, why isn't he here? Oh well, he's here. Why? Why do you do that? That's stupid. He should be here. He's a Black Panther. Well, that's going to be a 30 minute discussion. Like it's going to be 30 minutes of the movie. I guarantee it. In order to do it right, you're going to have 30 minutes because if you do it in a
maybe
5 minute throwaway line, people are going to be
you
like,
definitely don't want to. You don't
No.
definitely. You definitely do not want to do it on a throwaway line. But like you could probably take less than 30 minutes to have some heartfelt kind of like thing about
yeah.
he's not
And it's
yeah,
probably going to be a time jump. I honestly see it being a time jump,
that. I could
like a
very
5-10 year time jump, which would be okay, especially if
yeah.
they plant Black Panther at the end of a phase and they use Black Panther to introduce a new phase. It could work. It could really
Yeah.
work. So that's Marvel. I mean, that's pretty much just it.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the thing about DB Cooper and Loki?
I've not actually.
Oh my god. Okay, so there's I don't know the years. I know the story. So back in like the 20s, no, 50s, 60s, 70s, around that area, there was a guy named DB Cooper. All we've got is what he looked like. He literally hopped on a plane, robbed everyone on there, got like $20,000 in cash, jumped out of the
Wow.
plane with no parachute, and he was never to be found. No one found nothing. He just literally disappeared from like the face of the earth. And it's one of the best hijackings and the most successful hijacking ever. Because he straight up just jumped from the plane with no parachute, and like no one saw a
Weird.
body. He wasn't over water. He was over like land. I don't remember what land he
That
was over.
that's bizarre.
Yeah. So now
Like
they're
that's
saying that DB Cooper is
Mhm.
Loki. Him jumping out of the airplane and the Bifrost grabbing him is DB Cooper. I love that.
Wait, is that something that Disney's doing?
No,
Is
yeah,
or
that's in the Loki trailer. Ah, please tell me you've seen the trailer. I
weird.
didn't want to just ruin that
I've
trailer
I've
for
not.
you.
No.
I'm sorry,
I haven't
Ian.
watched the trailer yet.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
Yeah, no, I don't really watch trailers
Right.
these days
Yeah.
nearly as much as I used to.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No,
I
you're
should
good.
have said
Good.
something.
I'll check it out later. Like it's
Okay,
fine.
great.
I'll be honest. You telling me about this has made me want to watch the trailer.
Thank you. Okay, it's not a big point. It's like it's a little point. It's a little bitty
Okay.
point. But like me as a
That's his
conspiracy
title.
guy, yeah. Me as a
That's his
conspiracy guy, I immediately picked it up. I'm like, DB Cooper. Oh my god, they're doing that. I love it.
That's that's fun. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then okay, so Ian, I've been seeing on Discord, you've got Cyberpunk.
Yes,
All
I
right.
do have some.
So you have it for the PC.
Yes.
Are you? Did you buy it off of Steam? Did you buy it off of CD Projekt Red's
I got it
store?
off. I got it off of Steam. However, I launch it via CD Projekt Red's launcher.
Yeah.
Like they have a weird launcher or something that like I use that to launch it, but it
So-
runs pretty much fine. I do experience some bugs, but it's not anything that's game breaking.
Okay.
Ruins the experience.
So that's the thing that everyone is getting at. There is
Yes.
two sides of this Cyberpunk talk. There is I have it for PC and I have it for
Mhm.
console.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's three sides because you've got last gen, which is what everybody is running. I'm sorry, I don't have a PS5. I don't have an Xbox Series X. Even if I would have pre-ordered it, I still wouldn't have got it because I wouldn't have been able to make it up there the night of.
Yeah.
And the next gen console, which is
Yeah.
honestly what they wanted you to play it as on. They did not want you to play it on the last gen because
That's
okay.
I can say that's entirely true. You have to remember that this was announced like when back in 2017, maybe even way
right, but they've been
earlier than that.
working on it for so long that at some point they're just like, this is gonna be the new generation. Like we
Yeah.
can't release this on this current hardware. It would have to be a PC only game. And I actually thought when it was first released, it was going to be PC only. This was one of the main reasons I've been so adamant lately of trying to get my PC
Right.
going. I want Cyberpunk 2077 for a PC. I don't want it for a console. I don't think it should be
Okay.
played on a console.
Really quick.
Go
Are we
for it.
recording right now?
Yes.
Because I need to know.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, we've been
cool.
recording when you hopped on the first time.
Okay, well, and okay. I didn't know about that because I wasn't quite sure. Anyway, but
Oh, and it
so
works
here's the
because me and
con-
Caleb
so
tested
there-
it, so it does work.
Nice.
So here's the thing with the whole cyberpunk problem.
Right.
So you actually have more layers than that. On the consumer side, those are your layers.
Yeah.
On everything else, however, there's even more layers, and it's
s-
really
So
sketchy.
I'm gonna say it like this: I am not in games media right now. None of us are in games media right now. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't think
Not
we
yet.
should be going off of games media, like trying to do this as games media. We're
Well-
consumers. I want to
Yeah.
mark
Well,
this as
so-
consumers.
so that's the thing. Yes, we are consumers, and yes, we can talk about it in the consumer way. But here's the other factor: is we can't not ignore.
Yeah.
Right? We can't ignore that's what's going on there
No.
because that's an even bigger problem
Okay.
that bleeds into
So
the consumer
I will
problem.
say this then. All right. So if you don't know, PlayStation has completely taken off their store.
Yes.
All right. I do not.
I got this because there's more than that.
I was gonna start with that and lead into the other stuff, but if you got it, go for it.
All right. So, for starters, yes, it has been pulled from the PlayStation Store because it did not meet the quality that it was basically assured to PlayStation that it would be in.
But you can
And
still
it's been
buy it
exclusive.
at the store.
You
can still buy a physical.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can buy a physical copy.
And if you pre-ordered a digital copy or bought a digital copy before the pull, you should still have it in your library.
Oh
Should.
yeah.
Here's the thing, though, is it has basically been pulled from the PlayStation Store exclusively because the quality of the PS4 version.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the kicker on all of this. There is the fact that CD Projekt Red has lost a large portion of its shareholders.
Yeah.
A large portion, and it is because... Is everything okay, Ian?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I just keep hearing you like blip it. It's like, Ian, you alive? Are you okay?
I'm gonna need Ian to start doing this when he wants to talk, because you are doing that. Like it's getting where you're saying something, and then it cuts off. So like,
Oh.
I need you to start going. Hey,
Man.
may I speak?
But
No, go ahead. I was just agreeing with Tyler.
Okay.
Like,
okay. But now, the big kicker to this whole thing is CD Projekt Red basically lied to the faces of its shareholders, saying they were ready to launch it on all consoles and that they had tested it on all of the launch platforms when they explicitly did not do extensive testing on previous gen consoles.
sure about all that? Because,
Yeah, I
like,
don't know,
I
man.
know
I'm
that
hearing the
they
complete
released an
opposite.
apology of, like, we didn't show filming of previous gen consoles like we should have.
Yeah.
The consumers weren't able to make a well known, like, a very smart purchase based
Yeah,
off
they
what
haven't been able to. They don't have the proper information to
like
make
they,
a proper
they
buying
apologize
choice.
about that. I understand that they have lost shareholders, but like from based off of a thing that I saw, they are basically back to where they were before Witcher 3. Like it's not like they're not like dead, but they're definitely hurting more than they were doing when they announced like Cyberpunk and after like
Well,
after
also
3.
remember, Witcher 2 and 3 launched
Mhm.
with problems.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
did
mean,
we-
yes,
from-
they launched with a
but
lot
I
of problems.
did. Yeah.
They didn't resolve that until like several months after, and then everyone was like, "This is an amazing game. Like, why weren't
Yeah.
we playing this before?" Well, because you was hearing bad stuff about it. But continue,
Well-
Tyler. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to just cut you off right there.
Yeah, I just
Well,
yeah.
so that's kind of a good place to lead into, because that's kind of the end of my bit, is the fact that like the shareholders have been pulling out in mass
Yeah,
because
like-
of being basically bold-faced lied to.
Okay.
But there is also there is a level that you can be kind of sympathetic to them for,
Yeah.
because the reason why they launched it in the state it was in was because if they had delayed it again, it would have been more. They had to factor in, would it be more detrimental to us
I don't
to
think so.
delay it again
I would
or
argue,
launch it?
I would argue it's December, right? It's
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And I'm almost positive that someone upstairs at CD Projekt Red was smoking a cigar and just like, we gotta get this game out. It's Christmas. We're gonna make money off. of
And
it."
that's
Like,
what everyone is
like-
saying. It's the corporate people going, release the game. Hey, man, but we don't have this fixed. You're going to lose this %. And then they go, yeah, we can lose that. We'll still make profit. Send it.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing
I
is
don't-
there
oh.
is that there's a balancing act that all levels of the company had to do,
Mhm.
because on one hand you had the delays to try and ensure quality. You have, however, also the push to get a release
Right.
that is backed by there's a huge demand. People are borderline like knife to our throats to get this thing out, but
Yeah.
also we have to make that profit. We have to do that turnaround.
Let's also not forget though, like what was it like towards the beginning of this year, but even before like the COVID and everything hit, like there was they were just like, yeah, the game's done. We just have to we're just doing polish work, so we're gonna delay it for the polish work.
Right.
And it's not, and it wasn't done. So I
No.
don't know. Someone
Well, I
lied
feel
that-
like what happened was, and when did you say this thing was teased the first time? 2016?
2017, I think.
Okay.
It was. Somebody might need to look that up. I don't have access to my computer right now.
Fine, I got it. You. See if I can pull it. I knew that was gonna happen. All right, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just let's see. Cyberpunk 2077 initial
Announcement.
well, I can't spell. I'm glad Google knows what I'm trying to say. Okay, so Cyberpunk 2077 was announced in May 2012. Trailer
wow,
for
I
the
was-
game will release in January 2013 at E3 2018. Wait,
You know what?
what?
Yeah. No.
That does not make sense, Google. Okay, it was announced in 2012, and I remember that because
Yeah,
it was at
or-
E3, and they just
yeah,
had the Cyberpunk thing.
yeah.
I remember that.
Because
Um,
it looked like it was going to be a totally different game too.
right.
Like,
Oh
well,
wait, because wasn't that the trailer where you just see like the lady with like there's the guy's
The
like
Mantis,
mutilated body around
yeah, yeah, the
with her
Mantis
music
arms and
and
shit like
play,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
And then we got a trailer in 2013. All right. And then 2018 and 19 we got more stuff with it, and then it was announced to be released last year. That's
Yeah,
what happened. I'm going to
yeah.
leave that there in case I need to pull that back up. But I'm going to say it like this. All right. So everyone that I've been seeing, and yes, full disclosure, I do follow someone that is in the game, but she did not work on the game. But she does have connections, and she does know what's going on behind the scenes.
Okay.
So, Lana Pierce, that is my whole thing with this right now, and IGN kinda, and the stuff that I've read that I've went into. Um, but she kind of says it like this: the game should have been delayed till probably about March. Or she said it'd be delayed, but I think March. I think it should be delayed till March. And I'm sorry to say it like that. Me myself, being someone that wanted to play it but did not pre-order it, I knew I was
Hmm.
gonna buy it. And if the people I've talked to, everyone that I know that owns it, were like, "Yeah, we just went in there and bought it. We knew we were gonna buy it. It sucked
Hmm.
that it was delayed. It was sucked that it got delayed. What, twice, three
Yeah,
times?
it got delayed a lot.
Yeah, it got
It got
delayed a
delayed
lot.
a lot.
But they're like, I would
I
have
think
bought it.
official delays was I think the official number of delays was only like 2 or 3
You're right.
though.
But
Maybe
they're
there
like,
were a
I
lot.
would have bought it, and I'm right there with them. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
buy it on a console. And most of the people that I was hearing it from were like, I'm not buying it on a console. This is not a console game.
I did want to buy it on console, but I decided that it was probably better to buy it on PC.
And that's
Because
kind of how
if I
everyone is
buy it
playing
on
it.
console, I'm gonna buy it on the new gen
Yeah,
console.
yeah.
Because, you know, that's
Well, I wasn't even gonna buy it on my PlayStation 5. That was gonna be the game that I was building a PC for. That was, in my opinion, that was my crisis.
that's
I felt
fair.
like if I could have built a PC to run Cyberpunk at max and ultra settings with
Hmm.
like a good monitor and stuff like that, like this, the way the game wants you to play it, that's it. I can make a PC. I can do whatever I need it to. But
Hmm.
pretty much, and that's what it is becoming. Cyberpunk is kind of the new crisis. Because a lot of people are having to downgrade their settings, and that's why, Ian, when I asked you earlier, did you have to change any settings? Are you playing in normal? Are you playing on ultra? Like, what are you playing it on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing it on pretty much max settings. Like, as I told you before, like I
Yeah,
do expect bugs, but it's not something that is breaking. And I don't have like a behemoth of a computer, but like I've got a pretty good mid tier computer with some pretty good parts that have held up for
right.
a
And that's
couple of.
kind of how, because I've dived into Reddit, I've dived into forums and stuff like that, and everyone that's like been complaining about the game are nitpickers, and but I rarely see someone going, "Oh yeah, like I get bugs, but it's not taking me out of the immersion." Like I'm
Mhm.
still playing it because, dude, it's an amazing game. The story is amazing. The gameplay is amazing. Yeah, I have bugs,
Yeah,
but everyone
it's
has bugs
about
when you
everything that
first
I
buy it.
expected. It's about everything that I expected it would be, excluding the controversial bugs of the consoles and whatnot. Like I was expecting bugs. I was expecting some problems, but I was hoping that it would be something that Red would end up
Yeah,
fixing
and that's what's
better.
gonna happen. And probably by March of 2021, it's going to be completely perfect. And then everyone that was stopped playing it picks it back
Mhm.
up in March, and they're gonna be like, I don't know why I was complaining about this game. This game is amazing. But
Yeah.
it's also people on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Mhm.
They're not gonna be like that. They're gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm not playing this game because it's not gonna run on my console. And I'm sorry, my PlayStation is one of the first ones that came out. Like I had maybe the Generation 2, because I got, like, when did the PlayStation 4 come out? Like came out like what, 2013? early 2014, something like that.
Maybe
It's something.
It-
Yeah, it's something like
it's
that.
been about 7 years, like because they release a new console
PS4
every 7 years, I think.
release date. PlayStation 4 came out in 2013.
Yeah.
All right, we were in that was our junior year of high school. All right,
Yeah.
I didn't get my console until I was a freshman in in college. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And the one that they show right here is the one I have. Like I have the touch sensitive buttons. I don't have an actual button. You gotta like slide your thumb around over it for the disc to come out or the console to turn on. I've got
Right.
that version. I don't have the slim. I don't have the pro. That's the version I have. So I know I wasn't getting it like that because I know mine barely ran Spider Man. That should tell you about how much I barely ran Spider Man. Like when I first got it, like if I boot my PlayStation 4 up and go straight from boot to Spider Man 4, I am lagging for the first 30 minutes of my game. Like I have to swing around. I cannot do a boss. I cannot do a level or a raid or anything like that. I have to swing around. I have to let my console warm up. And yes, it
That's
sounds like a jet engine. It sounds like my freaking PlayStation is about to go.
So
All right,
it's
good for flight, and just takes off.
sounds like a screaming eagle.
Right. Right. Which I don't mind, and I'm not gonna get rid of my PlayStation 4 because there are still games that I like playing on my 4, and they're not gonna be played on the 5. Like Watch Dogs, the first one and the second one, I'm gonna pick up. That's like my yearly game. Like I go through that campaign once a year, if not sometimes twice a year, because I like Watch Dogs. I don't have Legion. Legion's one
I
of
couldn't
those.
get through Watch.
I want to say this: if
Like
you,
I don't know. It's one of those like it's interesting. It's an interesting premise, but for some reason I couldn't get through it. Like I enjoy the idea of it. It's just
well, see, look,
I don't know.
I do hack, and I like that hackers worked on the game. No, nothing that you do in that game is hacking. It is a complete puzzle game that has a hacking label on it. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
not doing puzzles when I'm hacking somebody. It is straight me looking at my computer doing this.
I want you to know. All I can see
Don't
is like
like-
the memeable. I'm a hacker.
Yeah,
It's the dude like
that's
tapping
it.
on his computer.
That's it. But like, that's literally what you're doing when you're doing it. You're just going, and your head's doing this, or your head's doing this. And then
Yeah.
it's not. It doesn't sound, and also it doesn't sound like the movies where your hands are constantly moving. It looks more like this.
Yeah.
And then you're
I mean,
going,
talking to
shit,
a
I messed up a line. Fuck.
I
And
mean,
that's like that.
You're talking to a computer, like
Yeah, I mean, and there's been several times that I'm like, crap, I messed up that line, and then you're having to go, all right, now I gotta wait. I gotta
Right,
wait.
so for anyone watching the video part where so you can see their head movements, I'm with all the people who would be listening to this in the background like an actual fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, that's
but
fine.
So I'm not watching any of their movements. So all I can see when I hear like God, I fucked with a line is him basically like dialing back a typewriter.
Oh,
Just like,
there's some people
"Fuck, I
that will
fucked
watch
with
the
a line."
video. There's some people that would be like, dude, that's fucking funny. And then the people listening to it are going, I wonder if this is on YouTube. I want to watch that scene because I need context. Because I've done that. Like, I've listened to a podcast and someone, like, oh, watch this, the beginning of it. Watch this on Spotify, iTunes, iCloud. And then we've got a video that comes out every Thursday on YouTube. So you can watch us, you actually see the podcast. And there'll be parts of it I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, the noises is weird. And I get on the video and I'm like, ah,
oh,
makes sense.
Filled a condom with beads and started shaking.
Right. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, damn. Oh,
I almost want to chase the rabbit hole that is
Don't do it.
video game sound effects.
Don't do
Yeah,
it. Don't do it.
This time.
But
We
yeah,
may
like,
do that conversation. But
yeah,
let's
no.
not.
But to get back on point of Watch Dogs real fast, have you played the first game?
Yeah, that's the one that I did play.
Okay,
Um,
did you go through it all the way, or did you
no,
like?
that was the one that I had some fun in it, and then just lost interest, and I've not picked it back
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna. Were you playing it? Were you trying to play it in almost one sitting, or did you know you was gonna play it in multiple?
I knew that I was going to play it in multiple settings.
So
Um,
I would say this because I was the same way. I bought Watch Dogs, and about a week into it, I'm like, my God, I just wasted $60. And then a friend online told me, dude, have you tried just sitting down? And it's gonna sound like you have no life, but if you just put aside a day, sat in front of your console and try playing this game from the very beginning to where as much as you can, that's how you get into Watch Dogs. Because I did the same thing for Watch Dogs too.
I don't have a day where I can just sit
I
down
mean,
and
I know that.
play the game.
Um, so I would say if you can get to where you get to the girl and you get
Yeah,
her as a contact in your phone, that's actually
I don't
that's
even know if I.
4 hours. That is, if you could sit there in front of your TV for 4 hours just doing the campaign, no side missions, no side hiking, straight campaign, 4 hours.
Okay,
If you can
yeah,
get to the girl as a contact, now that's going to be you meeting her, you doing her mission, and then after that, she's your contact. Her face
I,
is no longer an avatar, it's her. That's when I think you would like the game. Because that's when I started liking the game. And no, Tyler, I can see your face. Not because of the chick, because that's when the story actually got it got really good. It got a lot more in
I love how you assume that I'm going to shit talk you on this
because you
on that
always do,
factor.
man.
Like I love to grill you on shit, but it's rare that I'm actually like doing it mean heartedly.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But
yeah, no,
nah, I'm sitting here just listening to you like get in like talking about like yeah no, so you gotta sit down, you just gotta play it for a while, and I'm sitting there thinking like, so you're gonna game.
Well, not I'm not gonna lie. I am not. I am no longer. I don't categorize myself as a gamer anymore. I can't sit there and play a game. I've tried. I don't have. I don't have the attention span for it no more. I actually get more mad at them as I continue playing them. I became a casual gamer,
yeah.
and I
I,
hate it.
I'm
Okay,
definitely
so
I
like,
hate it because,
uh,
and I think it's just the jobs that I've had. Like I can't just sit there and play a game because I know the moment I get into it, well, crap, I gotta stop. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up in the morning. I gotta go to work. I can't play this game till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then there was about a 3 year period that, or about a year and a half period that I mean my girlfriend lived with me. I couldn't just sit there and play the game because then she's like, "Dre, come to bed," and I'm like, "I'm playing a game." Come to bed, and I'm like, "Okay, fine." Give one more level, and then like straight up, she's there
dude,
with me.
my girlfriend plays games.
I
Like
mean,
she's
Autumn played
got
games
right
too,
now.
but she played games while I was at work. So by the time I got home, she didn't
Nah,
want to play anymore. Where you and your girlfriend both work about the same hours. You know, y'all both home about the
yeah,
same time.
works more than I do.
Right. She didn't. She gamed while I was at work, which I didn't mind. Like there was several times I came in at her playing Skyrim, and I'm like, I love this. She's into it. That is an actual game. It's not SimCity. It's not The Sims. Like it's fucking
It's
Skyrim.
like not somebody just goofing off in
Yeah,
it.
no, like she's into it. Like she's like, well, what are you playing as? I'm playing as a dark elf. I'm running this, and I'm trying to do this, stealth mode, and I haven't even played the campaign yet. I'm doing nothing but story side missions, and I'm at
To be
level.
fair, nobody plays Skyrim and does the story. Like everybody
I,
does the side mission.
look,
I
I'm
do.
just
I
saying,
have.
you have two stories to do. One is the Skyrim Civil War, which is effectively, are you a racist or are you for the government?
Yeah,
Or
but
or you have the main
oh,
story, which is, do you want to go fight
like
Dragon Devil? Like Dragon Satan?
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
First
I will say
Rota!
the Civil War is basically: do you side with the racists or do you side with the fascists?
Right.
Basically.
Like, and
I side with the dragons,
I
motherfucker.
both
I'm gonna go
sides.
stab one in the
I hate
chest.
you both. Like you both are terrible. I
Fushiro
hate you
Da.
all.
Fushiro Da.
It's like the Family Guy skit where it's like both the Gyllenhaals. It's like, no, I'm more terrible in movies. No, I'm more terrible in movies. And it's just the guy walks back and it's just like,
Wait, there's
you're
2
both
Gyllenhaals?
terrible. Yes.
No,
There's
there's
a sister.
He has a sister?
I didn't know.
What?
This
I don't know
is
what I'm gonna name this now because now I kind of want to say Jake
Let me-
Gyllenhaal has
let
a
me- let me-
sister. There's
One
2
second.
Gyllenhaals, and I'm not gonna be able to spell Gyllenhaal, so I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Give me 1 second. I've got his IMDb shit pulled up.
He's got
Or
a
not IMDb,
sister?
but his-
Anyways, so yeah, like I became a casual gamer, and I would love to say and I'm also not gonna lie. Every game I buy, every game I get back into, I'm like, this is gonna be the game that gets me back into my roots.
Oh my
And
god,
it's not.
I'm so glad I wasn't completely speaking out my ass. Yes, Maggie.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Weird.
Yes.
I
Sure,
didn't know
she
that.
doesn't have like a different last name that she's going by.
She
in movies?
no. I'm pretty sure.
Never seen another
Like-
Gyllenhaal other than Jake. I'm not gonna lie about it.
That girl.
Let me
She
Martha?
cute.
I-
Person that Batman liked.
kinda.
What's her
Anyway,
name again?
Maggie.
Mag-
Oh, she's Rachel Dawes in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight.
Oh, Ma, which one? The first one, or the second one?
She Cora just mentioned that that she played her in the Batman movies.
Which
Yeah.
movie?
It was
She's
The
the Dark Knight.
Oh, I hate her. She was ugly. I didn't like her. Like, no. The first one was way more attractive.
What a valid reason to dislike someone, Dre.
She doesn't play a good person in any movie. The fact that I didn't even know her name should do you
Yeah.
one right there. Like, I didn't even know her name.
But your response was, "Oh, she's ugly." I don't
Yeah,
like her."
Kate Holmes
Like,
was so
Dude,
much. She was a
horrible.
way better.
I feel like if there's any moment during this entire thing for me to grill you, it's this moment,
right here, yeah.
where you immediately default.
Yeah,
to,
it's
"Ah,
like,
she
nah,
doesn't
man.
look good.
She didn't look
Ugh."
good. Like, they tried
Fucking-
to make her look attractive, and like, no.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
she's
I was not watching it for after the second movie. When I heard they were gonna recast her, I'm like, okay, this is now a Batman movie. I do not care about his love interest now. Don't care. But yeah, I didn't know that she. Wow. Okay, noted. Still don't know what I'm gonna name this yet. So, yeah. So I'm not a cat. I'm a casual gamer. I think the only person that's here that categorizes himself as I'm a gamer would be Tyler. Because I can tell you right now, Caleb's also a casual gamer. Because we don't
Yeah.
have time to get into games like we used to, and I really don't now. Like I'm having to take time
I
away
like
from money.
I love playing games, but I definitely I don't achieve fun. I don't play competitive games ranked or anything like that because they just get toxic and not fun anymore.
And I wanted to play
I
Apex
leave
like
on-
that.
I leave on Dre being entirely materialistic and suddenly get back to competitive gaming. What?
Yeah. Yeah, because this is not supposed to be about me, Tyler. It's about to be I can't even talk now. It's supposed to be about the community we're trying to build.
All right. Someone, please. Like building community moment. Someone, please go in the comments. I need you to tell me how long was it where Dre was talking about him and his time with Watch Dogs and him being his gamerness. Give me the time frame, like the one to like. Anyway,
It's like probably 10 minutes of me telling him where to get to make it enjoyable, because up until that point it is a slog. Like
Yeah.
Aiden Pierce feels like Alan Wake. Oh,
He's very dry.
he's very dry. But like after he gets, I'm sorry to say, it, after he gets a love interest, like it's like, okay, great. And then his sister and his nephew, like that's also, huh?
Suddenly he has a personality.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This is pulling me back to playing Infamous and Infamous 1 and how much I absolutely kind of hate Cole.
Everyone hates Cole, but you love him at the same time. I love
So
Infamous,
that's the funny
man.
thing is I know so many people who love Cole basically treat Infamous One like it has no flaws. And
It
I
doesn't
just
have faults. Shut up.
To be
It is
to
a
be fair,
perfect game.
and I love Bioshock, but Bioshock does have its problems.
So does Infamous. Infamous has a lot of
Yeah.
problems. Go back and play it now. You're gonna be like, wow, this is
I don't-
awful.
I don't think I could. In all honesty.
It's that bad. Oh, it's that bad. No, it's not that bad,
we-
but like it's pretty bad.
We just had a lot of people not like us.
Yeah.
Just with that.
No, look, I've played I have Second Son. Like I've owned every Infamous
Tyler
game.
loves Second Son.
I love Second Son. I think that is the first time that in the Infamous series that I like the main character, and I like him as a bad guy. I like him as a good guy. He's dope.
I'm okay. I want to try and rail us back towards Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Thank
Before
God someone
I
needs
do.
to, because I've been
Hey,
trying to, and I can't. I have to finish a
but
point first.
But on a serious note, Cole McGrath is the worst good guy in Infamous 1 and the worst bad guy in Infamous 2.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
you're playing him
Ugh.
as the good guy in 2, and you're trying to play him as a bad guy in 1.
You're trying to play him as a good guy in 1.
Nah,
Like,
bad
they
bad
try to
bad
do
story
everything
has
in their
a
power to make you act like a good guy. Like they really try to do the whole let's test how much it takes for you to turn into the bad guy. Or do you just immediately go down that rabbit hole?
I'm
If
trying to
think about it.
remember. I think I started playing bad because the powers were better. Because I was more OP playing as the bad guy than I was the good guy.
Well, so like okay,
Q Billy.
being good in Infamous pays off more in the long run. Being bad in Infamous pays off a lot more in the short term.
Yeah. Cause I mean,
And that's
I could
why-
straight up just suck the life force out of my enemies, and I'm back at full health while I'm still getting shot at.
Well, yeah, but then you have like if you're a good guy, then every time you get a submission or like you get a takedown, you basically get a full reset on your health.
Yeah. I know in 2 it was more equally like you got about the same power, but it was either electric or ice, and it was like, which one do you like more? And I'm
No,
like,
it was ice and fire.
ice and fire. Okay, well, I knew it was something like that.
Yeah. Because you
Um,
have electric, and then it's the two girls are ice or fire.
Yeah, but you eventually get fire.
You get one of them.
Okay, that's right.
You have to pick which one you
Yeah.
want.
But I mean, essentially, that's it. Like, do you want fire or do you want ice? And if you
Both.
wanted, I wanted
But
both.
much like having to make the choice between the fire and the ice.
See,
The
and I
real
found
struggle right now is which version of Cyberpunk do you really want to try and risk? Do you-
oh, that's straight up the PC. I'm not gonna risk anything else.
oh yeah, no.
Nice transition.
I'm-
though. I appreciate it. Hey.
I tried. but
tried
but
hard.
no. Like so that's the thing is, like at the end of the day, any game it's your choice, but on just to be educated and to understand why people are really mad right now is everybody bitched about the delays, wanted the game now, and then when they got a bad product, they bitched even harder. But
Oh yeah, like I mean,
but
regardless,
it falls on a lot of people.
yeah.
A lot of people for why there's no argument truthfully if
Yeah.
you aren't playing on next gen consoles or PC, you probably have the worst experience with Cyberpunk right now. Or if you're someone who loves broken games and the bullshit that come with them, I think you probably might like it on
Okay,
old consoles.
and I
Think
also
how
found it like
garbage it
this.
is.
There's a bit of both. There's some people that just wants the game for the story and does not care how the story looks, but they're just there for the story. Like that's why I play RPGs. That's why I play straight just single player RPGs because I love storytelling. I can sit there and read a story, and if it's a good story, I can just fly through it. And that's probably why.
I did see. Sorry.
No, you,
I I did see something IGN released on Instagram at least recently that talked about apparently if you have too many items in your inventory, you can crash your save.
Yeah.
And
Yes, I've heard that too.
that was that has now kind of scared me, and I sell so many guns that I don't think that I need. I'm stashing almost all of my my crafting stuff. That way, it's not on me when I go to save and exit.
And like what people
I'm
aren't
just like,
talking
oh,
about is, you know, in like GTA, you know, you're in a car the entire time, but can you
Mhm.
use the car for your inventory?
yeah, yeah.
No, you
You
can't. Not in GTA.
oh, sorry. I thought
That's
you
what
were
I'm
talking.
trying to say. Like GTA is the closest thing to Cyberpunk that we've had, and we've had it for a. No, it's not
Like,
close, but
yeah,
like it's the one game everyone's been playing. It's the
yeah.
one game that is widely known, and it's so
Mhm,
open that everyone's been playing it. But in
mhm.
Cyberpunk, you can use your trunk. You can
Yeah,
use
I do love that. I love the
um
trunk, and it's so useful. I forget about it a lot, but every time I remember, I'm just like, oh my god,
you
yes.
can use your vehicle. And this isn't a game that you're just robbing the next guy that's like, oh man, you got a nicer car than me. I'm gonna go rob you. No, you're buying. Well, from what I've heard, you buy
We're
your
in a
vehicle
yeah.
and you keep your vehicle. Like
Mhm.
it's there, it's yours. You're gonna drive it. You're gonna use it.
I will say, like, driving around in that game is not the best time unless you have a motorcycle, and even sometimes a motorcycle is a pain in the ass.
Well, see, what I've heard is everyone that's playing it, and like this is a lot of like, you know, what you need to know before you buy,
Mm,
and top 10 ways to play better, or you know, 10 things you need to know before you
right.
start a new game. They're actually saying do not use the fast travel because
Oh yeah, I
if you
don't.
don't, or if you do, you're just gonna stop, and your phone, you're just gonna have to answer your phone. So that's gonna be 5 or 10 minutes of you just standing in one spot, answering your phone, looking at text messages, because that's how you get side missions. That's how you get a lot of the juicy bits that's gonna make Cyberpunk
And you want to
great.
also do as much side questing as humanly possible before
Yeah.
you actually finish the story.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
What I'm
I'm going to start as a nomad because there's a NPC in there that I want to have interactions with,
mhm.
and she's only with the nomad life path. And I've also heard that the life paths don't matter. They're really just there
They
for the
really
beginning of the
um
game.
yeah, like I play as a corpo, and like I get some cool dialogue options that Cora doesn't get because she's a street kid. So like we have
Woo,
different
Street
dialogue
Kids!
places.
I'm gonna play as
Um
a nomad because Alana Pierce is in the game and she's in the nomad
yeah,
life path, and I
probably
want to see what she does.
I'm probably gonna create some other characters
Oh
for
yeah,
the
this is, and I'm gonna
path.
tell you right now, I'm gonna have 3 saves: nomad, corpo, and a street kid, because uh there's gonna be a point, and like Skyrim, there's a point that you're just like, I've beat the game. I've got to the point.
Street Kids, rip.
Sorry, my boss is texting me. I'm getting my truck fixed tomorrow
Hey.
for free. I'll hop on. Do y'all, when I end this, y'all stay on the call for a minute. I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
Personal, and I don't want it on the
Yeah, yeah.
thing. So yeah, stay on the thing for a minute.
And
We're
like
not
the
ending
and
this.
like
No, we're not
the
ended this unless y'all have to go somewhere.
No,
I,
I'm good. I told people that I was buckled down into it.
Thank you, appreciate that. Caleb's gonna be here next week. He is packing to go back home for a couple of days. He's not going back to Chicago. Or he's going back to Chicago, but he's going back to see his sister and his nieces because he wants to be with family, and I can't knock him for it.
yeah, of course not.
But he'll be back next week. He's packing, and I called him a little bit ago. He goes, "I'm not gonna be on. Like, I wait till the last minute to pack, and I should not have, because
Yeah.
we've got gifts that we gotta pack in the car, and I gotta make sure I got gas, and he's been quarantined for 2 weeks. He
Yeah.
did have COVID, but from what I've understood, and Caleb doesn't talk about
He
himself much, he was asymptomatic.
he was at the concert. He went to the show.
What?
Okay, okay, Game Grumps.
Well,
Based-
there's a tactic to that. If you actually say the names of the problems, your video can basically be taken down,
Oh.
or can have the audio muted, or you can be not monetized. Any of those things can happen.
Well, I'm not gonna be monetized right now anyway, so
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
but like,
Problems.
but yeah, like if you the many names of the problem,
Oh.
if you say the common names, they can get you on shit.
Oh, I got you. That's why everyone's been
That's
saying that on YouTube.
and
Yeah.
everybody's just accepted the Game Grumps method of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
All right, great. All right, so yeah, he was at the concert. He hated the
He was-
concert.
Concert. He couldn't escape the concert. He had to get it. He got some good tickets.
Yeah.
He got some really good tickets,
Right,
front row, some might say.
Bad tickets.
Man,
technically.
it was right there,
So,
man. Singing right there with it was Backstreet Boys, and it turned into NSYNC at the very end because he just came in from a
Oh,
helicopter and
shit.
just
Yeah.
rappelled down,
Oh,
and it was
damn,
like Backstreet's back tonight. Oh,
uh,
I was gonna do like a Michael Jackson thing, and I'm like, you can't see my hips, and I'm not fixing to stand up.
the whole crotch grab. thing.
Right. You can't do that. My balls are dropped.
Anyway,
But yeah, so I'm gonna have 3 gameplays. Like I'm gonna have a Street Kid, gonna have Nomad, and I'm gonna have Corpro. And myself, I actually see myself playing more Corpo, because I'm sorry to say it like this, but I like playing the game with as much stuff in the beginning as I can get my hands
oh,
on.
you're not that mean playing as a corpo means jack shit. You don't get
Really?
Yeah,
Shit.
it doesn't. Yeah, like I am playing a corpo because I felt like I related more to that than I did as Nomad or Street Kid. Though I do prefer Nomad or the Street Kid
Right.
path. I was making a me. I was doing a Mary Sue, if you will. So
I don't,
like
I don't know. I haven't
Is
read
that what
them.
that's called?
Mary
Yeah.
Sue?
Sorry, it's a Larry Lou if you're a
Oh,
guy, but
Larry
a
Lou.
Mary Sue is basically a self insert.
That's what I always do that on my games, like DC
See,
Universe.
I
I would-
do sometimes I play as a girl though. Like I don't know why. I'm just like I'm gonna make a female character.
You
Why
just like to
not?
see that ass bounce.
Oh.
That's why you're playing it as a girl.
Well, you can't
If-
do that. In Cyberpunk, it's first person.
I can't look at my beautiful, beautiful ass, no matter which.
I
although-
mean,
like,
but you can have a big dick in it, so
although you can in fact go in and make a completely nude character and have fun with that. Which me and Cora had a good laugh at it, and it's just like, well, I don't really see what point this serves, so I guess I'm gonna put underwear back on him because, like, fuck it, like.
See, now
why?
here's the real answer. You give yourself some solid
buddy.
cake, and then you roll with it.
so like a
Doesn't matter what you pick. If you're dude, girl, in between, it don't matter. Just go in, have some cake, get them cheeks.
Well, I don't think you can.
hey Tyler, I think
Huh?
you need to get laid tonight. And I shouldn't be
I-
saying a damn word
I-
because I'm the only one single in this entire thing. But like, hey,
But yeah, like I don't know, like the nudity was just like this was kind of funny, but like I don't really see a point in the nudity, so I guess I'm just gonna put underwear back on my character and play as usual. 'Cause,
So
like,
there's supposed to be points. I don't know because I've never seen the story mode. I've actually avoided most spoilers, but there's supposed to be a point
good
in the game that you're able to romance some people, and then your
Yeah.
genitalia will be shown. Like there's supposed to be sex scenes.
I guess, but like that, it's like I don't know. I don't need that. Like if I want that, then I'll look at porn or I'll have to just like have sex or something. Like I don't. Really
I
need
mean,
that
I get you, but that's the whole thing about it. Like there's supposed to be sex scenes because I've got it on my Steam wish list, and I had to put it on my birthday to even put it on my wish list.
Right. I don't know. Like it's one of those things of just like when it shows up in media and it's just like yeah, that was a thing. Like that's whatever. Like with Game of Thrones, like it was
Yeah.
everywhere.
I don't
in Game of
know. I didn't watch
like,
Game of Thrones specifically because I felt like it was Skyrim porn with a lot more plot. And
it's
Caleb loves it. Caleb swears by it.
I enjoy it.
Tyler
I
muted himself for
last
some
season,
reason. I wonder if I can unmute
but
him.
like I don't know.
Oh, I
It's
can't.
fantasy politics basically.
Yeah.
Like it's fantasy cutthroat politics
Yeah,
with
that's what I've
a
heard.
lot of that.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I'm not gonna watch it. For the simple fact that I heard it ends really badly, and I
it,
did that with
it,
Lost.
yeah, a lot of people were not very happy with the ending.
I
I've not
don't.
seen last season,
I
and
don't. I don't want to watch the last season and like Lost, where I'm like, what happened? Like, did I miss
it's not.
something?
No, it's not. It's not like Lost. It's
No, they just hate the ending. Like
yeah,
I've seen the last 2
yeah,
episodes. I agree. The ending sucks.
yeah. It's not very not
Like I
very
didn't even
fast.
watch the whole series. I've seen bits of it. I know what happens in each season. Knowing what
Yeah,
happens, watching the last 2 episodes, I was disappointed. I'm like, crap,
yeah,
this sucks.
yeah. Like
Um,
it's a fun journey, but it doesn't really pay off at the
right.
end.
And right now, like I'm rewatching Smallville, and it's kind of
Mhm.
like it's my going to bed TV show. But seasons 9 and 10 are not because
Oh,
I love what.
I'm rewatching Clone Wars. That's been my go to bed
Mm,
television
I
show.
see. I can't do that because I want to watch it. But what I was getting
Well,
at was
that's like,
right.
and
Everything leading
I'll watch it before turning it off. So
right. Everything leading up to seasons 9 and 10. I'm like, man, I don't care. I know what happens. Like the episodes are just etched in my brain. But seasons, I think 8, 9, and 10. What seasons does Zod come in? Which is not a spoiler. I mean, it's been out for a while, dude. Like if Smallville,
that is a
what
spoiler. That's a major spoiler. I've never seen this show before.
does?
I've actually not seen Smallville, and I need to.
It's
That's
on
a request.
Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Okay, I'll see about checking it out sometime. I also need to watch Animaniacs on Hulu.
Uh,
I have seen the very opening of the Animaniacs new show, and oh my god, fucking like it was a couple of seconds and the opening, and fucking that was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, like they did basically just a small touch up to the original theme.
that's all that
opening theme.
matters. So seasons
Yeah.
9 and 10, I love because seasons 9 you get Zod, and I'm not gonna tell you how he's introduced, but Zod.
Right.
Um, and then you season 10, I think you get Ultraman, and you also get Darkseid. I know you get Darkseid. It ends with Darkseid, but
That's pretty for something that I didn't expect to get that
it
that
Ultraman like straight up Earth 2 is in Smallville,
yeah,
and like
that's
it's the
great.
funniest thing because they switch. Like Ultraman goes to Clark's universe, and Clark goes to Ultraman's universe, and like they're switched. And then when Clark gets back, that is an amazing episode. Lois is in it, and I love the actress they have to play Lois Lane. I think she should be in the movies. That is my Lois, and I'm not just saying that because of who it is. Like I'm saying that because she plays Lois Lane exactly the way I read her in the comics. That is Lois Lane.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna end this by talking about Spider-Man. And I'm going to start this off because legitly I am the biggest Spider-Man fan in this podcast.
Yeah. That's probably
Legitly.
yeah.
Like I have a Spider-Man 3 poster in the back. I've got this guy here, my hat. Like biggest Spider-Man fan here.
Somewhere I have a picture drawn of a hybrid of Spider-Man and Nightwing that I made for Dre because I used him as the face model for the shape, and I cannot find it.
Give me.
No,
I'll go to Texas.
it
I will go to
it.
Texas and pick that
The funny
motherfucker
part
up.
is I drew that for you back when we were in community college. Like while I was staying at your house one night.
So it's technically yours.
Yeah, but now I can't find it because it's basically gone through like 4 moves effectively since then.
Yeah, it's for a lot.
Draw it again. I will take a picture of my face. Give me whatever. Tell me whatever pose you need. I'll take a picture. I'll even shave. I'll even
I don't need you to
shave.
shave. I just need your face shape.
That's all you need.
Like
All right,
any
great.
picture of you,
I
with
will. I will
any
send
there.
it. I will send you a good
But if you want
picture.
to do if you want to do dumb, silly poses, I can maybe draw more.
I'll take that. Anyways, all right. So, I'm gonna start this by saying it's gonna start with WandaVision.
Okay.
This next phase of Marvel with 3 movies, it starts with WandaVision. It's gonna go to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. They're gonna be linked. I don't know how, but they're gonna be linked. And then that's going to lead way into Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Now, before I get into this, who is 100% confirmed for Spider-Man 3? I don't want to
Isn't
say
it?
something that it's not confirmed, but I will say I know this. So, yeah, whatever. I know Tom Holland, the guy that originally played Doc Ock, Jamie Foxx playing Electro. Those 3 are confirmed.
That
Yeah.
was so underutilized.
Um, and I really wish they would just have a picture of, hey, these people are confirmed. I've seen that, but I don't have that now. Those
It's
are
Sinister, isn't it? Like that's basically the plot they're going
no.
with.
This is going to be a live action Spider Verse, straight up. This is going to be a live action Spider Verse, and if I had to guess, it's going to be Tom Holland getting thrown into a parallel universe, and then Andrew and Toby coming in with their villains. I see them plucking Toby out of Spider-Man 2 because of Doc Ock. I also see them plucking Andrew out of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because of Electro. That makes sense. I don't know where, I don't know how, but they're going to pluck them because Doc Ock is dead. He drowned dunking the sun thing into the Hudson. He's dead. All right, he died as a hero, but like he died. Electro is not dead, but he is, from what I understand, because the thing on his head. Okay,
Right.
the reason I say it like that, the thing on his head, because Electro is pretty much pure electricity.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm not done yet.
no. So I was just gonna say, please during the editing, just put in a spoiler warning as we go into this section.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna edit. Be like spoiler. If you spoiler, if you don't want to listen to anything else, please go leave this video right now. I'm gonna give you a minute.
He just takes this section, throws it back.
Yeah. Bloop. Boom.
Anyway, but as you were saying,
So if you haven't seen Spider-Man 2, what the fuck have you been? Amazing Spider-Man 2, at the very end of it, right before Goblin comes in, Electro dies. Because the thing on his head, he's blown up. His body is blown up. The thing falls on the ground, and the battery goes all the way. It's empty. Alright? So he died. But Electro is made of pure electricity. So all someone would really have to do is grab that piece up, take a taser, like Harry does in the movie, shock it, and bam, you just jump started Electro. Because literally he's made of pure electricity. All you need is a conduit for him to come back. And that's essentially every time Spider-Man takes him out in the comics, it's water. It's grounding him. And then he goes to the raft, but like he's made of pure electricity.
Right.
So essentially you just need to jumpstart his body, and his electricity would come back. Doc Ock is
I don't know.
what?
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna go this route of like pulling from those older movies.
Well,
I feel like that would be really weird, and I don't know if I'd like that
No,
personally.
no, I don't like that. What I would really like them to do is what I want is instead of Doc dying at the end, him and Peter work together to dunk it in the Hudson, and then Octavius goes, "Take me to jail. I've done this. I've murdered. I've killed. Take me to jail." And then he goes to the raft, and that's where he spends all of his time. And he eventually gets out on, like, I'm not gonna say parole, but he gets out of solitary. And then Peter is an older man because I'm sorry to say this, you cannot have Tobey Maguire acting like he's 19 or 25 again. The dude's like 50.
Was he acting that old
Yeah.
or that young?
So when he first started Spider-Man, I think he was 18, 17, 18. Like he was really young. And then when he ended Spider-Man 3, he was late 20s, early 30s.
I thought surely he was like in his 20s. He'd graduated from college.
Or you're talking about
Why?
Spider-Man, or are you talking about Tobey Maguire?
When
We're
did
talking about
Tobey
Maguire's
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
come out? All right, let's do this. I didn't read that right. How
Spider-Man.
old was
6
Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man?
Oh, okay, never mind.
And
He was
started-
he was born in 1975, and the movie came out in 2001. So you can do the math.
But
He was like,
I think Spider-Man like in those movies
he's
was
26.
Okay, and there you go.
Right.
So he's gonna be really old then.
Honestly, the fun part is Tobey Maguire is not looking that bad.
No.
Actually,
No, he's kept up
he's got some pro speed.
yeah, but that's about it. But like he's kept his shape up pretty
But
well.
that being said, I think like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was not that young. I think
No.
that he was
He
like he
was
started high school, but I think they ripped through like and
Mhm.
aged him up like pretty quick. Through
yeah.
the
By
movie.
the time he was in Spider-Man 3,
But-
he had already been Spider-Man for 5
Well,
or 6 years.
Spider-Man 2, he was doing college. He was
Yeah.
doing work for college.
Yeah.
Like
And he was
while
working with
in
Doc
college.
Connors. I love that way. We got Connors and we didn't even get Lizard. Anyways, but like I think that they're gonna have, and honestly, I 100% think that when Tom sees Toby, he's straight up gonna be like Uncle Ben, because that's Marvel's way of saying this is what Uncle Ben looks like. He is in our universe. He's been hinted at. This is our Uncle Ben. I honestly believe that that's going to happen. And then Peter's going to look at him and go, "No, my name is Peter. You look like my Uncle Ben." Oh, well, I'll put this back on. And I honestly feel like it's going to be that one moment of him taking off his mask and it's Toby. And then the moment he puts his mask in, Toby's doing a voiceover and it's going to be a stuntman. Because Toby has broke his back. He's got back issues. In Spider-Man 2, when he falls and he hits the car, he's not acting when he throws his back out. Like he threw his back out. That is him limping away. He gets on a stretcher and he goes to the hospital right after that scene. Because in Sim Biscuit, when he's on the horse, from him slouching so much, he hurts his back. Because between Spider-Man 1 and 2, he does a movie called Sim Biscuit where he's a horse racer. And he hurts his back doing that movie. So in that scene, when he falls down and he hits the cars after thinking he's got his powers back, and he's like, and you hear the sound on the back. Nope, it's actually not him acting. That's legit, and they kept it.
Yikes!
They're like, because they kept it because I think he was in the hospital for a good like week or so. So they're like, all right, guess we're gonna keep it. It's great. Throw it in. Just throw it in. Please throw it in. We're not gonna do another reshoot.
Yikes!
So, and Andrew's still relatively young. I mean,
Yeah.
he just got through with the movie.
But by the way, have you guys have seen that meme or that GIF going around of like Spider-Man like taking a picture as a cosplayer with a group?
Mhm.
They give him a tip,
Yeah.
and then it's Andrew.
He's like, yes.
Fear and
Oh my
fun.
god. Yeah, that's me. That's straight me. But And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
also
older
So
those
on
movies.
fun note, Andrew Garfield is only 8 years younger than Tobey Maguire.
what?
I could see
Andrew
that.
Garfield is 37 years
Wow.
old.
Look, man, you got to remember, like, celebrities play like stupidly young characters and don't like they're not that young at all.
Yeah.
It's just, holy
But
shit.
okay, but Tom is the youngest out of all of them. Tom's like
Oh,
younger
yeah,
than
he-
all of us.
Tom,
Yeah, he
Tom
recently
turned
just
21 during the filming of like one
Two.
of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, he's like 21, 22. So he's he's younger than us. But I hate
Yeah.
that. I would have loved him in Spider-Man, but that's beside the point. That's just that's a dream. It's okay.
Yeah.
One day, maybe. I'll agree with just a cosplay. Like I'll just if I could just cosplay him at a con, well, that's all I want. Like I'll be okay with life. That's my goal.
FYI, my battery is on like 10% because like doing these calls like drains my battery. But
Well, okay, so
Put it
I
on
can
the
go
charger then.
right. Go get a charger.
I don't have a plug-in nearby. Like that's the problem.
Dang. Well, then I guess I'm gonna end it here, and we'll pick back up that one next week because
Yeah.
I still gotta talk to y'all for a minute. So, until next week, that's gonna be the video. I don't have an outro yet. Someone help me out on that. That's what it is.
Two finger salute.
See y'all later.